You're late for practice, pet. Is this really the thanks I get for taking you in and teaching you magic? You can't even make an effort to be punctual? That's a sharp tongue you have. I don't hate it. A quick wit can be a useful thing. I'll even forgive you for turning it on me. Honestly, it's the least I can do. But do try to make an effort to respect me. I'll eventually have to be more forceful. If this arrangement is ever going to work, you need to obey me. The fact that you didn't agree to it is of little consequence, my dear. You may not have asked to be whisked away to my palace, but it's still a generous thing that I'm doing for you. There are hundreds of people around the world who would do absolutely anything to be in your position. I didn't choose one of them because they don't interest me. Not like you. You're the most deserving of my training. Her resistance is of no concern. Just forgive the little rebellions, though she might speak crassly and waste our time. She still practices daily. Her spark is worth the attitude. So then, shall we get started? Never you mind about that, pet. Maybe I'm speaking to someone real, or maybe I'm just insane. Believe what you like. I don't care. All you need to know is that I'm your ticket to true power, one way or another. Silly thing. You won't fool me with your lies. Everyone wants power. And you, more than most, I believe. You don't want to let anyone take advantage of you again. Well, what's the old phrase? A child shunned by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. Right? I have never seen such a literal realization of that adage. You destroyed nearly the entire damn thing without any magic or other advantage. Just a torch, a staff, and a chest full of rage. They didn't appreciate you. They treated you like a slave because of that mark you have. They didn't even understand what it meant. Not really. But I do. And understand this, pet. I'm not going to be taking advantage of you the way they did. I do intend to make good use of you, of course, but I'll be giving you fair compensation. Think of my palace like a school. There are rules for you to follow, sure, but ultimately, I'm here to help you. You're here to be enriched, refined, and that's why you've never made any real attempt to escape. You make your little shows of defiance here and there, just to remind me that you're not a pushover. I can respect that. But in the end, you do want to be here. Even if you didn't come here on your own. You want to be stronger. No, this is the one. This is the one we've been searching for. There have been false marks in the past, but this is a genuine article. The proof isn't the mark itself, but with the person bearing it. You saw what they did. No mere mortal can have such force of will. Now, do you intend to waste more of our day, or shall we practice your magic? Patience, my pet. Under my guidance, you'll learn spellcasting faster than any other master could manage. But still, it's going to take some time. That being said, I have a flash of inspiration. Rather than trying simple spells first, I thought you might do something a little bit better than that. Slightly more advanced. And maybe more your style. The flame summoning spell. Ifrit. Fitting, isn't it? Now, enter your trance. Good, you're getting faster. Though I sense you still have some trouble creating a proper twofold mind state. You need to separate your thoughts from your emotions. You need both a seething, raging flame of thoughtless emotion and a calm, cold pool of emotionless thought. Divide yourself and let each half grow potent in its isolation from the other. I have an idea. Think about that day. Think about the cruelty they showed you that finally pushed your blood to its boiling point. Feed the flame and the pool. You had both that day. The seething fury at their unfairness and the impassive logic that they had to be dealt with. Feel them both. I sense your thoughts. Your mind state is impressive. Probably the best you've ever managed. Now, the Ifrit spell's components. The fuel is your rage. The shape is a flame, spouting into being before you. Let your mind produce each in turn. Let your soul pull them from your thought, forcing them into reality. Command the universe to make your ambition into fact. Breathtaking. Yeah, I knew you had talent. Do it again. You'll want to be able to do this on command. I told you she was destined. We've been waiting long, so long for someone like this. The best part is, we don't even need to brainwash them or earn her loyalty. She'll further our plans just by being who she is. We give her power and then set them loose to do as she pleases. No. Their mind and personality must remain intact. Don't be foolish. Trying to force her will only turn her against us. She will act as hoped. The signs are absolute. I thought I told you. Do not ask who it is I speak with. It is not your concern. And if you ever discovered the answer, I'd have to kill you. I don't want to do that. You're such a marvelous specimen. It'd be like destroying a priceless work of art. But if you're curious about what I'm whispering about, perhaps I can share just a small part of my plan. You're going to be such an integral part that I guess it's only fair. Our world has grown stagnant, you might say. The greatest nations of the world possess massively powerful magical artifacts. They use them as a deterrent for war. Or so they say. But they're also used to terrify their citizens into obedience. There hasn't been a change in power in centuries. No revolutions, no wars, nothing. These great nations do as they please without any force to compel them to change. No, of course not. I'm no saint concerned for the welfare of the people. I want power. And right now, there is no avenue to power aside from being born into it. Or being a sycophant to those that were. I intend to change that. You have great potential to introduce that change. You have the strength and the drive to rival the power of the great artifacts, disrupting the delicate balance of power in our world. And the best part is, you don't even need to do anything in particular. I intend to unleash you on the world. What you do next? Well, that's up to you. Whether you become a hero who liberates the weak from oppression, or a tyrant who seeks wealth and influence, or a monster who destroys whatever they touch, you are going to disrupt this centuries-old balance. And that presents me with all the opportunities I need. Oh, now those details are the ones I'll be keeping to myself. Rest assured, they're nothing that you should be concerned about. You'll be a dangerous force one day, and I don't intend to make myself your enemy. What? No, that's absurd. It was never proven. I don't believe... No, it couldn't be interpreted that way. There's caution, and then there's paranoia. There is no need. We can... Fine. If only so we can set that aside for good. Tell me, my pupil, what do you know of your parents? Yes, I know. But did the villagers ever mention them? They're a part of the reason why you were treated the way you were. Surely they had some things to say. Did they ever talk about, I don't know, where they came from or what they look like? Well, that doesn't tell me much. Okay, tell me this. Have you ever felt a call to the east? As if you were meant to travel there? Specifically the east. I don't care about the other directions. Yeah, I'm sure you've wanted to run away for most of your life, but did that particular direction seem like it was enticing? Really? Tell me more. Why the east? Okay, yeah, that seems harmless enough. You're right. The east has the largest towns for miles, so it wasn't about the direction. But about the towns? You see, it's nothing. Now set your paranoia aside. We found what we're searching for. You'd spoil all of our plans for the sake of fear. You never could trust a little bit of good fortune. What's that? Why the question? Well, I mostly intend to stay out of your way once you're unleashed out into the world. But perhaps once the dust settles, we'll see each other again. And it's going to be quite a while before we need to part ways. You have plenty of training ahead of you. Of course. How silly of me to assume that you had grown fond of me. I was going to offer to let you join me for dinner, but since you don't seem to care about me. Okay. Well, in that case, dinner is served at the 5th bell. Try not to be late this time. And if you do wish to spend more time with me, don't feel embarrassed to ask. I'll even read you a story or let you share my bed if you like. I'm not exactly a true replacement for family or friends or even a lover, but my company is yours in whatever form you wish. You spent long enough being isolated. It's the least I can do. After all, you're going to be the one to give me everything I ever wanted.